Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to End All Wars. We're playing as the Western Entente, and our opponent is the Central Powers. The Eastern Entente we don't control, but they are our allies, and we're going to get started very quickly here. Okay, as you can see, it's late September 1916. I almost said 2016. 1916. We captured Karlsruhe and Mannheim last turn. So right now we're taking a look at all the planes we're building because we were losing some air battles, and that is the French generals that we requested, and they're moving up. Central Powers morale is 60 and ours is 81 because we won 2 battles and lost 1 from more weariness. So we increased 1. They dropped about 3 or 4 points, and that's because they lost a battle in Karlsruhe and Mannheim, and they lost the cities there as well. So as you can see, we're going to take a look at all these troops in the region of Toul. In a minute, we're going to put P. Thibault or Thibault in charge of this, or Thibault. I'm not really sure how you pronounce that, but he's one of the developers. It's kind of an Easter egg. They actually put in a general that is named after one of the developers, and then Durbel, we got. I think he is ready for an army to be built, and then Ferdinand Foch. We are building an army around him. His statistics are 5, 5, and 2, 5 strategic, 5 offensive, and 2 defensive. That's a pretty good. And then Pierre Joseph Dubois is a 4-5-2. That's pretty good. We're jumping around really fast. Joffrey is a 4-5-2. And we're going to... Sorel is a 4-5-2 as well. He has an army. So we've got a lot of good generals here. That's 4 strategic, 5 offensive, and 2 defensive. So not so good on defense, but pretty good on offense. And of course, that's what we are doing is offensive operations. We're gonna enable division command for a general there. Army Française. And then I probably should rename that army, because that army just has a generic army name. I think we're going to put some supply wagons into that army. Yeah. He has 3. That's okay. French. General French's army, the British Expeditionary Army, at full strength. General John D.P. French. Then Edmund G. Barrow's army is at full strength. He's a 3-3-2. That's not great, but I would say right at average. Byng is a 5-5-1. Great strategic, great offensive, and pretty pathetic or pretty poor defensive. But I think we put Byng on to assault Munster and try to capture it. Michael Joseph Mannery. I'm moving around too quick to really talk about any of this stuff. Here's Rufy. And then we're going to take a look at Lamberzac. He is at full strength, but he's opposed by somebody with about 900 power. And I've never really been keen on attacking directly into units that are fortified and right at the same, pretty close to my power. I'd like to hit them where they're not, maybe surround them, get them to surrender possibly. So this is a mountaineer unit. Even if not the commander, this ability provides a 25% move bonus to the whole stack. No hills or mountains are needed. This ability applies to all elements of the stack. So that's a good unit to have in any army. So we're just looking around, looking at Strasbourg. They have a pretty good amount of units inside of Strasbourg. We're trying to get them to surrender. We'll get some national morale if they surrender. And I don't like assaulting them if they're that powerful. I think we're going to build some super heavy artillery here in Lyon. The way you can do this is you can just double click and it'll show you a region you can build it in if it's available. And we are building a super heavy artillery there. And now we're just going to take a look. I think I'm building that super heavy artillery to put it in the units around Strasbourg to help with the assault. I mean, maybe not the assault, but the siege anyway. I think I'm just kind of looking around, seeing what kind of troops we have and where. Mannery's just a core. We got him overly filled. He's at 50% penalty because I just have a lot of units sitting in his container, his core container. I have Kitchener moving southeast. He's going to attack that unit right there, just outside of Castle. Let's take a look at the Egypt / Suez Canal / Middle East area. Colonel Lawrence is still in Medina. I don't know if he's a colonel yet, but at that time he might not have been, but he's moving to the region just outside of Aqaba. I think at some point we're going to move some troop transports in to move him out of there instead of trying to move by rail or by desert. And then we're going to move that guy back into Basra in the Persian Gulf. And then let's take a look at South Africa, or not South Africa, but Africa in general. And that is Dar es Salaam. And it's held by the Germans, and that General von Lettow Vorbeck is a pretty good general. I forget what his stats are, but they're pretty good. Now let's take a look at Italy. I think what we're trying to do is trying to find the British fleet. It's in Barry right there, right northwest of where we were looking at. But I'm blind at this point. I can't find it. So what I want to try to do is do a search. And I think the way you do that is you press F1. F1 at some point. F1, no, that's F2, F1. And then I'm going to try to just find it at first. And then I'm going to filter out land units and air units and find it that way. And it's in Barry, B-A-R-I. I know that for a fact. But we just can't find it. So here we're going to filter land forces out, air forces out, and then we're going to find, it's this fleet in Barry for power of 11,860, commanded by Admiral Jellicoe. And we're just going to come up through there and see if we can't. I have evade, or do I? No, I don't have evade. I have seek out. I think I have it set on seek out engagements. And you see the little square icon above naval interception, right above Edward Bradford. That means I'm trying to find fleet units to attack. So let's see. We're trying to build up some troops. That's a full army under Luigi Sagato, and then also a full army under Luigi Cadorna. He's the overall commander of Italian forces. but he has an army built around him as well. And I think I'm looking here, trying to determine whether I want to take Trento, because oh, the rail has been cut. So we're going to repair the rail. Figure out where it is. There it is. Rebuild rail. We're going to fix that. And then I don't think we're going to do much at this point. At some point, we're going to try to take Trento because it's strategic and we want it. And it would give us a big boost in morale, I think, if we were to capture it. And we're still, I think I'm still trying to decide if I want to try to move around those units in Ulm and Ravensburg. Right there, we're looking at Stuttgart. There's a pretty good force inside Stuttgart, and we do not have any breaches in their defenses. So we're going to leave them alone for now. Going to take a quick look at Greece. Okay, I'm moving my units out of there. And then I'm going to run a turn, I believe. I'm going to make a quick check just to see if everybody's doing what I want them to do. I think we are ready to run a turn. So we'll be back in just a few minutes. All right, we're back, and the turn is about to actually do some movements and process the actual movements of the army forces. So we'll get to see a few battles here, and it'll start up in just a few seconds. I keep moving that cursor around. I don't know why I'm so jumpy with that cursor, but here we go. So as you can see, they're moving a lot of troops by train. French victory in the Battle of Munster. Another battle in Dortmund. Let's see what this looks like. That looks like a pretty big... Oh, wow. Oh, there we go. 263,000 to 36,000. So we're doing pretty good here, I think. I think this is going to be a good win. They lost 91,000 and we lost 51,000. So, or 52,000 to 91,000. I don't know if that's going to win us any national morale, but it might have. It might have. They lost a lot. They lost 90% of their troops. Here's another little battle. I'm sure we just captured their supply units. And then this is the Battle of Posen, and we won that. Looked like. That was really quick. This is the Battle of Hanau. Hanau. It sounds like I'm saying hey now, but I'm saying Hanau, I think. We outnumber them 2-1 almost. Oh, now we really outnumber them. 339,000 to 17,000. This should be a pretty big win. $40,000 to 64,000. Probably didn't get any morale from that, but we might have. We might have. British victory. Croatia Bay. Our fleet captured or destroyed some of their units. This turn it's looking pretty good. As you can see in Greece, we're moving our units out. We're not even trying to fight anymore. We're completely outnumbered in Greece. Here we go, another battle. This is Kitchener against 12,000 and 15,000. Battle of Warburg. Yeah, see, Arabian defeat. I didn't like that at all. I think that's when I move everybody back to Medina and then get them out of there with troop transport. Because we can't afford to really lose Prince Faisal or T.E. Lawrence. Strategically, I don't think it's very good for us. Okay, here we go. Gallieni. That's my General Gallieni. He doesn't look like he has enough troops. That might be a defeat. Oh no, now we're at 262 to their 138, 134. So it looks like we're doing okay. French victory, Battle of Stuttgart, 26,000 to 54,000. So we might have gotten some national morale over that one. Day 14 of 15. And then new turn ready. Early October 1916. So, changes from battles, 6. So that was wow. We're at 86 national morale and they're at 59. So they didn't lose very much morale, but we sure did gain some morale. So that was definitely a very good turn for us. I thought when we gained a morale, they would lose a morale, but I'm not positive about that. Maybe it's just a situation where you can gain a national morale, but they don't lose a national morale. Stuttgart is completely breached, and their troops are depleted. There we go. He's still not at full strength. Look at if you look at Foch, he has a lot of attributes. So we're going to move that unit right there up and use it to fill out Foch's army. I still can't believe we got 6 national morale from battles. I think we're looking at the troops lost. Central Powers have lost 6 million. We've lost 1,900,000. So they've lost more than 3 times what we've lost. No historical options available. We haven't looked at replacements in a while. That looks okay for France. I think that's France. Italy replacements look okay. Great Britain. That's still okay, even though it's red. It's still in a good situation. I don't know why. I guess we captured those from the Ottoman Empire, but regardless, we're okay in our replacement situation. Troops replacement. Foch isn't as good as I thought he was, but he does have a lot of attributes. But 432 is less than those other guys are 452. But maybe he gets better quickly. He has a lot of attributes. I keep saying that. Auguste Dubai. I think I'm just looking over who's looking in, who is active. French is active, so we're going to move him up. And see if we can't do battle. Derbal can be made an army, so we make him an army. So we want to bring him down, get him some generals and also some troops. And all of these troops will probably be good for Derbal. I don't know why I don't put them in just one big unit, but regardless. Okay, we're going to bring them down as well. And then we need to get his cohesion up. I keep flicking around with the mouse again. I was so worried about making an army around folk because I thought his stats were so good. And I've got so many others whose stats are even better. Some of them are worse, but some are better. I'll move them up. So now the opposing force is 441 or 443, or so I'm going to attack Ulm. I've decided to move into Ulm. And then here in Italy, Trento is still looks Trento still looks like it's heavily fortified, but at some point I think I do attack Trento. And if I haven't, I will at some point. So basically I'm saying Trento will be attacked at some point. I haven't looked at the U.S. So 2 national morale in Dortmund, 3 national morale in Hanau. So that's 5. That was a big battle. And then we shot down some airplanes. Then we lost some airplanes. And then a battle in Stuttgart. We won a national morale. We captured 2 supply units and 1 river wagon. We had a lot. We had a lot of generals getting congratulated from winning. We had a lot of victories that turn. That was a huge turn. We didn't get any morale for that naval battle, but you can't get everything. Okay, we're going to take a look at this. Okay, so see, I'm not going to go back. I'm canceling his move, and I'm going to get some troop transports in there to get them out of there. Take a look at this. That cavalry unit eventually is going to go down and get Kuwait, and we're going to have to go back and get it back. We're retreating with the Greek forces. At some point, we're going to... That unit's probably not going to make it. We better not put them that way. Well, let's do that. Maybe. I just want Stuttgart to fall. Oh, they don't have anything. Oh, not Stuttgart, Dortmund. They don't have anything in there now, so we're gonna assault them. Bing is a 5.52. That's pretty damn good. He doesn't have very many units, or his units are very low on cohesion. I really probably needed to get them out of there. I don't think I did, though. This is tedious stuff where we're just moving stuff down to get them on troop transports to move them down to France. There's probably one in Sheffield and Leeds. And Hull. Nope. Nope. There's one. I was just saying Sheffield and Leeds. I hope I see the other one. No. I think I saw one in Leeds. Wherever Leeds is. Oh, well. I'll find it at some point, I'm sure. All right. About to run a turn. Let's just take a look over at the front and see how it's looking. If we're missing anything. We got some troops right there in the Fulda Gap. If I was going to do anything, I'd probably move them up to Bielefeld, maybe. Maybe that's where I am going. You can't reach that destination. Oh, I've got a super heavy artillery in that army. That's why I can't move it to Bielefeld. And I'm sitting there wondering why it won't work. But, and I finally realized it's because I got the super heavy artillery. Super heavy artillery can only move by rail. So there's rail between everywhere he's going in Castle. So I'm taking him to Castle. Bing his power is low. I hope I'm noticing that. So anyway, I think we're going to run a turn here pretty soon. I'm trying to move my forces around to see how much the power of troops are in Strasbourg. So still about 700 or 800. Oh, man, I'm yawning. Excuse me if you heard it. Yeah, it's not ready yet. Be ready in approximately 107 days. Super heavy artillery. Guess I'm trying to decide if I want to move the Second Army up to Wurzburg. He is active. Yep, I'm going to go up. Going to move forward to Wurzburg. He is active. Yeah, we're going to put him on offensive and then move him forward. I think I'm just consolidating air units. I'm going to move them up closer to the front. I should probably lock it, but I didn't. All right, looks like we're running a turn. Maybe. I might move him to Erfurt or bring him back because he's got some units behind him. That are not active. We have some inactive units. All right, we'll be back in a few minutes. All right, we're back. The turn's about to actually process. We're going to see some battles, and then we'll wrap up this episode. and also talk about talk a little bit about the battles, and then wrap up the episode and get it out to you. So here we go. We did a lot of movement on this turn. Okay, I think we're capturing Dortmund. We assaulted Dortmund. Yeah. And we destroyed everybody there. So they take Riyadh, and we're all in Medina. This is a battle in, I can't really see, but it'll tell us. We should win this battle. We outnumber them almost 2-1. A little less than 2-1. Oh, now we're evenly matched. French victory, Battle of Ulm. They lost 75. We lost about 48? I can't remember. I didn't see it. Let's see what else we're doing here. Von Hindenburg, huh? I saw Von Hindenburg's name. How did that guy get in behind us? We might lose this battle. I think this is Wurzburg. That's not looking good. No, not looking good at all for us. French defeat. We lost 54,000. They lost 37,000. So that was not good. That's what happens when you don't have other units around you to support you and march to the sound of guns. And so I didn't have anybody there to help me. Now this is going to be a good little battle. Yeah, we destroyed. Yeah, we beat them pretty good. This is another little good battle. We destroyed them, Battle of Ulm. So you win some, you lose some. And I certainly did win some, and I certainly did lose some. Von Hindenburg again. I saw that name. He's one of the best German generals, obviously. If you know anything about World War I, he was one of their best generals. German generals. Central Powers generals. So we gained one. We won. We changes from battles 2, warrior readiness 1, and they're down to 55. So they keep losing. We keep adding a little bit here or there. So we're doing pretty good. Now let's see. We can advance convoy and anti-submarine research. We're going to move him to Venezia or Venice. I don't know what I'm trying to do there. I'm going to check the time left in this. 8 minutes. Okay. Sorry about that, but I want to make sure that I'm not talking into time that where the video's ended. I guess I could just I could stop the video and still keep on talking. Yeah, we're building up a pretty good army around Durbal. He's overstocked actually. He's 11% over his command limit. So let's see if that worked. He's right on the money, 48 of 48. I think we need to get Castle now out of there. So we're going to move him back. Doesn't, can't, it won't work by train for some reason. So 18 days. We captured Ulm. So we'll probably let Lamrazak regain a little bit of his power. Still about 800 power in Strasbourg. And we got a bunch of supply. Excuse me. We captured a lot of, well, we captured some supply units. Excuse me. For some reason my throat's dry at this point. We're moving everybody up. Moving on Osnabrück. Not really sure. Oh, okay. I think I'm going to move up and try to capture that artillery unit with Kitchener. Move Mannery up. French. I could probably move him up to Castle. Yep, we're moving him to Castle. Durbal. Monori. I can't pronounce his name. Falk is still not complete. We need him to have some more units. Not that many. 4% over. Let's see. Now we're 4 under. He's got a pretty good amount of generals, and then we'll put the rest in that unit. Stuttgart has 500 soldiers besieged inside the city, 500 power of soldiers or unit. Move Falk up. Oh, yeah, we moved him up in a different direction instead. more check on the time. 3 minutes. Well, if I don't get a chance to say it, thank you everybody for watching the video. I know that it's asking a lot to watch a video where there's no sound whatsoever. All you're getting is me talking, and I apologize for somehow I messed that up, but I never said I was technically proficient in this, or well, I'm proficient, I'm just not an expert, and somehow I messed it up. But regardless, we're going to keep on moving towards Berlin. You can see it up there in the upper right corner now, and thank you very much for sticking around. I know that I took 4 months off, 5 months off, and we're finishing this up, but we're going to keep on moving, keep on going. So once again, thank you, and I will probably see you next time, because this video is just, I don't know what I'm doing. I think I'm talking about Magdeburg and Leipzig, but I don't know why I'm talking about them. I guess I'm just talking about how close they are. Going back and looking at our morale, 87 for us, 55 for Central Powers. And that will probably do it for us. We're going to take a look at some of the Italian units and what they're doing. Everybody's name is Luigi. Luigi Cadona, Luigi Segato, Luigi Nuvi. I don't think that's a good idea. Don't go to Flitch. And don't go to Gorizia. Go to Trento. Trento's where you want to go. I think I am getting myself set up to go into Trento at this point. And then I'm going to move that guy down. No, maybe not. That's the first guy I've seen that's not named Luigi. Enrico. And his second in command is Albrici. But, all right. That's it. Thank you very much. See you next time.